At what was supposed to be a peaceful family dinner, I watched my wife secretly slip something into my bowl. For a second, I thought I was imagining things. Then she glanced around the room to make sure nobody had seen her. My heart started pounding so hard I could barely hear the conversation around me. I wanted to confront her immediately, but something told me not to. Instead, when everyone became distracted, I quietly switched my bowl with the one sitting in front of her father. Exactly 7 minutes later, something happened that exposed a secret nobody at that table was prepared for. My name is Daniel, and until that night I believed I had a happy marriage. My wife Emily and I had been together for almost 8 years. We had built a comfortable life, shared holidays with family, and survived difficult moments together. Her parents often hosted large family dinners, and although her father could be demanding and opinionated, I always made an effort to maintain a good relationship with him. On the surface, everything looked normal, but over the previous few months, I had started noticing strange behavior from Emily. She seemed distant, secretive, and unusually interested in our financial accounts. Whenever I asked questions, she quickly changed the subject. That evening, her parents invited the entire family for dinner. The atmosphere seemed cheerful. Her mother was serving food while relatives laughed and shared stories around the table. I was seated across from Emily and only a few feet away from her father. As everyone talked, I noticed Emily reach into her pocket and carefully remove a tiny object. She moved quickly, believing nobody was watching. Then she dropped something into my bowl and immediately stirred the food with a spoon. My stomach tightened instantly. I could not believe what I had just seen. I kept my expression calm because I needed to know whether I was mistaken. I watched her carefully for the next several minutes. Instead of looking relaxed, she appeared nervous. She repeatedly glanced toward my bowl and checked my reaction. Every instinct told me something was wrong. When several family members stood up to help in the kitchen and conversations shifted across the room, an opportunity appeared. Without attracting attention, I exchanged my bowl with the one in front of her father. The movement took only seconds. Nobody noticed except me. The next few minutes felt endless. I forced myself to participate in conversation while secretly watching everyone around the table. Emily looked confused when she saw the bowl had moved, but she remained silent. Then, about 7 minutes later, her father suddenly stopped speaking. His face turned pale. He grabbed the edge of the table and complained that he felt dizzy. The room instantly became chaotic. Family members rushed toward him while Emily looked absolutely terrified. What shocked me most was not her concern for her father. It was the fear in her eyes when she realized the wrong person had eaten from that bowl. An ambulance was called, and doctors later confirmed that he had consumed a substance capable of causing severe disorientation and physical distress. Fortunately, the dosage was not fatal, and he recovered. While everyone waited at the hospital, I finally confronted Emily privately. At first she denied everything. Then I revealed that I had watched her place something into the food. The color drained from her face. She knew she had been caught. What happened next changed my life forever. Emily admitted she had been working with another man she had secretly been seeing for months. Together they believed they could gain access to my assets if I became seriously ill and unable to manage my affairs. The plan was far more complicated than I ever imagined. They had already prepared legal documents and financial arrangements designed to benefit them. She never expected anyone to notice what she had done at the dinner table. The only reason the plan failed was because I trusted my instincts instead of ignoring them. The investigation uncovered messages, financial records, and conversations that proved everything. Family members who once defended her were horrified by what they learned. Her father was devastated when he discovered his own daughter had accidentally harmed him while attempting to target me. Authorities became involved, and the evidence continued to grow. The woman I thought I knew disappeared completely, replaced by someone motivated by greed and deception. Months later, my life looked very different. The marriage ended, the legal battles were resolved, and I finally regained peace. Looking back, the most important lesson was simple. Sometimes betrayal comes from the person you trust most. If something feels wrong, pay attention. That small feeling may be protecting you from a disaster you cannot yet see. The family dinner that nearly destroyed my life ultimately exposed the truth and saved it. And every time I remember those 7 minutes, I realize how close I came to becoming the victim of a plan that was never supposed to fail. The woman I trusted most tried to turn my future into her payday. But one quiet decision changed everything. 7 minutes exposed a secret that had been hidden for months. Sometimes karma does not arrive years later. Sometimes it arrives before dessert is served.